Welcome everyone who is joining this recording in time for celebrating the Open Data Day this year, 2024. We are starting our third presentation this morning with my colleague and good friend, Diego Portillo. Diego, he is the manager for the corporate GIS system at the City of Portland. And he's going to be sharing to everyone about Portland Maps, which is a great service that is being used by so many different people. It's so complex underneath, and it just serves like a great deal in the city. However, I've been asking him just to share, the basics of how Portland Maps works and what it is. And yeah, well, let's start, Diego. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Hector. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. Please let me know if you see it. This is kind of
yeah, we see it.
Okay, good. I've been doing this through a team, so Zoom it's a little bit of a new. So yeah. So Portland, like Hector is saying, in Portland Maps, it is the premier platform where we're showing all our regional data. So, and I'm going to be showing you what Portland Maps is, some of the functionality. So some background to give you an idea of how long Portland Maps has been around. It's been since the early 2000s. So it started as an internal map for city employees. At that time, in the early 2000s, the internet and especially GIS or web maps, they were not highly used. Right now, it's like GIS. Everybody knows what GIS is. Everybody knows what GPS is, right? And drones. I mean, it is all over the place. But in the early 2000s, it was still pretty new, and there was not a lot of applications that they were public. So the same with the data, right? A lot of the data was not available either on the internet, and a lot of organizations, they did not have a platform to share this data through the internet. So in our case, because we saw the value, we work with local agencies like the county and Metro, for example, and the state to make their data available because they didn't have that platform. So, the field workers, they needed to access that data in the field, and that's where we said, how are we going to do that? We're going to do it through Portland Maps. It was discovered, one of those things that it got it got trending right now, right? And it became very, very popular with the public, especially with real estate agents to show the property and a lot of information related with the tax lots for newcomers that they wanted to move to Portland, and also some communication tools from some of the bureaus. They especially BDS, that's the Bureau of Development Services. They do all the permitting, so they saw it as a really good tool to share information related with the permits, and I'm going to show you some of that. So Portland Maps currently, it has an average daily hits of less than 6,000 hits a day, which is for a small application, it is quite a bit. We do show an average of less than 140,000 building permits for those tax lots. So it's highly used to look at permits. Portland Maps, when we work on Portland Maps, we link it to open data. So Portland Maps is also one of our open data platforms to share data with the public. It was first created to share data from other across city bureaus, and then also with the public. We do have some data sets that they are from other agencies, but they are just a pointer. Like, for example, from Metro, the county, or the state, right? So we don't own that data. We don't host it. We just we catalog it for them. This is a data conference or a session. So we do have we have over 2,000 data sets in the open data portal. And that open data portal has over 1,000 views a day. So it sees a lot of people, they do use it for internal and external use. So I know there's a lot of information really quickly. Any questions at this so far?
Let's keep going. And questions, let's keep it at the end.
Okay, yeah, I know we have only, what, 20 minutes, Hector?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
So already 16. So, okay, so this is Portland Maps, pretty straightforward to visit it. You can go to portlandmaps.com. And you come to, to this area of the city. It's pretty. You get this information that it is part of the city of Portland. Because people, they don't realize that if Portland Maps is actually City of Portland or not platform, and it is. So, so this is what you come here. There is first, you don't see anything, right? So where you start, it's with your addresses. You can also zoom in, zoom out with your mouse. You have the different base maps that you can bring, that you can have in here. So you can get your aerial imagery. That is some of the very popular people. They like a lot about that. This is it is always show the most current aerial imagery on these servers, right? So when you start submitting, you can still see some of the parcels, for example, right? So I'm not. So you have your symbology here, your different layers. You can have your parcel dimensions and your color and the base map footprints, building footprints. So, and the dimensions. So that from those parcels. So things that they are very popular with real estate agents, for example. So let me do that. So now, what it is, how to use Portland Maps, main thing, right? You can click on a parcel, and it's going to bring a lot of the different data, right? This data comes from the county, so we don't own or maintain some of these data. We do maintain it from the county, right? So we have the year, the description, the number of bathrooms, the tab where the neighborhood, the jurisdiction, if it's a county or the city of Portland, the council district, zoning, elevation. So this is a lot of information that is related to that. When you have these links, you can open additional information, right? So like I click on the neighborhood, this parcel it is in the neighborhood of Montebilla. When you identify it comes, we call this the Rolodex. That probably tells you how old I am. So with information about the neighborhood, right? What it's, what is the association, what is the board meetings, the website, the address, all the different contacts. We do have also information about that neighborhood, right? This comes from the 2010 census. This application, it is old. It's been around for a long time. So it's sometimes we don't keep up with it, but we do have plans to update it and add more information. So it provides a lot of profiles for these Rolodex. The jurisdiction, again, is going to tell you what it is, the jurisdiction. The council district, this is new. You got probably you're familiar with the new transition of government and the new government. So that it is a big change of how we do things. So the council district information. It tells you what it is the current council district information. So in these Rolodex, there is always a lot of additional information that we want to share with the users and other links, right? So like for example, for here, for the council district, it's such an important piece of our government that we wanted to communicate a lot of all what we call, right? So a lot of the external links, it brings you to a different pages. Zoning, elevation, so you have the zoning maps as well, right? It tells you what are the different type of zonings. So a lot of that is external. The elevation, this comes pretty handy for when you are trying to find insurance, right? So actually, when we moved recently here, we're looking at houses. Well, you know, if it's too low, you can be could be in an inundation area, you might not get insurance. So, that's good to know. Assessors information, permits, zoning, parks, a lot of the information that is related with the parks and the schools. You know, what is the schools, public, it's a lot of information here. One thing that I wanted to point out is this permits tab, right? So these are all the permits that they are related to that property. And a lot of people, they do use that. So for example, we do have in this property, if you go into the permits, people, they do use these. We do provide an inspection window, for example. So this is a new construction they're going to investigate. So they are going to have an inspection. So a lot of owners, they do use these to see what are they going to come, and the inspection it is coming up. So these links, it takes you to that permits, and you can get a lot more information in here. So everything good? I know I'm moving too really fast. So sometimes you don't realize that 30 minutes is not that long. So so I want to move on to the open maps. So from here, you can go to our open maps site. If you go to the advanced, you have a lot of other options here. Really quickly, you know, you can go to the gallery. This is a lot of our applications, right? You have, you know, all the different aerial imageries in here. So from here, I will go, and you go to our open data portal, right? So we have different categories on here: boundaries, capital projects. So just go to our boundaries. It's going to show you all those, all our available layers for those boundaries. So we were talking about council districts. So we can go here, you know, Portland council districts. There it goes. So we have our new Portland council districts. It's going to take me to the map. You know, you can see them here. You have more information here. You can navigate to the full details. You know, this is a lot more information related to that data set. You are from here. You can also download them. Okay. You can download them from here, right? To a CB, KML, shapefile, JSON. So you have different options in here. So that is something that a lot of people use, and it comes pretty handy, and you can navigate. So these are the different categories in here, trying to make it a little easier. So here at the bottom, what I wanted to point out to people is these links, right? So we have data related to ARPA. That's the Action Recovery Plan. The recovery plan that is specific to that. We have an open data for PPB for the police, but we also have our full catalog for our GIS data. Not everything. This is where we have all our available data for users they can look at. So you can see we have over 2,000 data sets that they are available here. You can look by the different categories. For example, this is our census data here. So you go census blocks, it's going to tell you, what is the category, the name of the data set, where it comes from, the date, and a lot of information that it comes really, really useful, right? So if you wanted to access it, for example, for the distribution, here is how to access it, right? So you can, if it's through the open data, you can download it from there, or also you can request it, send an email to MAPS. So a lot of people, they do use it, and it comes, it's a lot of information in here, and it is open. There is not limitations of usage if it's in here. So that was a lot of information. Hector, anything else? Any questions that you have, or anybody has any questions or would like to see anything in particular?